Hi, this is Jessica Best. I'm the digital marketing evangelist for Influence. And for this tour, I'm also the team captain for the Hackathon team SalesFluence. At the 2014 Influence Marketing Platform User Conference, Influence hosted a hackathon with a cash prize. 4 teams competed to build the coolest use of the new Marketing Platform API, which is basically a plug to share data back and forth between platforms. When we first started talking about an API for the Influence system, it was in discussions about how to sync data seamlessly between Influence and customer relationship management systems. The most often requested CRM integration was for, you guessed it, Salesforce. So when I heard there'd be a hackathon competition and the audience would be voting, I immediately knew what I wanted to build. A way for our sales and marketing team to sync data in real time so that we could automate our follow-up, maybe even create nurture series in the Influence account. Plus, this would mean a way to keep clean data across both databases so that data existed in both places. Before I get started, just want to mention this got so much attention at the user conference that we're actually now working on an app for the Salesforce app marketplace, but this demo sort of shows off nicely the data that you can get to from both sides. So first things first, in order to get started, we're going to have to need authentication for both accounts. From Influence, we need an Influence API key, and that'll be custom just to your account. You can get that from your Influence account rep. And from Salesforce, we can actually have Salesforce email us what they call a security token. Once we have that validated, we can, in real time, see the contacts and the groups that are available for us in the Influence account. For example, this is a faux account, but let's say we've got a group called Michael's Sales Leads, like the example here. I want to sync that to Salesforce, but not just to Salesforce. I want in Salesforce those contacts to be owned by Michael. They're his prospects. So instead of the owner being Daniel, our developer in this case, I want to make the owner in Salesforce Michael. And I can click sync. And this will only take a couple of seconds to do. I get a report when it's done. 15 contacts have been imported. And if I go to the Salesforce screen here, we've got the people that were in it before, maybe prospects that Michael has been talking to. But then if I click refresh, boom, I can see the 15 people that I just brought over from my Influence account. So pretty cool, right? And we only used first name, last name, and email here, but we of course would want more fields than that if we did this for real. I also want to be able to sync some of these prospects that he's talking to back to Influence, and that's so that we can get some of that automation that we're talking about. So from SalesFluence again, I'm going to go to contacts this time, and this is all of our contacts in the Salesforce system. I actually want to push those over to Influence, and I want them to land right back in that same group, Michael's Sales Leads. And that's, again, so we can tie it to an automation campaign. So if I click sync, this is going to send all 30 contacts from the Salesforce account. Notice that we just sent 15 contacts to the Salesforce account. No worries there. The Influence platform is actually going to dedupe that list for us. So anybody that was already in Influence isn't going to come over again. If there are any updates to those contact records, then that will be pushed to the Influence platform. So once we've given that a couple of seconds to complete here, we're going to go back over to the Influence platform, and we'll see that Michael's Sales Leads has 15 people in it now, but if I click refresh, I can see some of those prospects jumped over. So just to give you an idea of the power that's possible with this, those new contacts then can be dropped into an automated campaign where they get a welcome email or a follow-up email from Michael. It looks like it's from Michael, but really it's from the marketing department, or a full nurture series. This demo, again, is just to show what can be done. Ultimately, this is going to be something that's all automated. You can set the settings, and then you don't have to push the buttons. It's all done in real time behind the scenes. Plus, we want to start talking about pushing email engagement data. So when somebody engages with an email, we want AV green, to show up as somebody who's clicked on an email as soon as he takes that action in the Influence account over in Salesforce as well. So lots of things can be done with this. Again, keep your eye out for the app and the app marketplace in Salesforce. But this is just one example of what you can do with the brand new Influence API. If you have any questions about what you can do with the API, reach out to expert@influence.com or find us on Twitter @influence.